stream subscriber. Hello, the Coding Spartan from Germany. And hello, everybody else who's on the stream. Hello, Yann's Random Dragon. Here with Yann Burrett. Hey, Yann, how you doing, mate?
I'm shiny, mate. How are you?
I am doing very well. We are Twitch partners, which is awesome. That is fantastic. We want to let you know what's going on in this stream. It's going to be slow TV, even though I'm talking fast. It's going to become a lot more slow and considered in a minute. This is us live converting Yann's Hoppy Days project from GDScript, the Python-like language used in Godot, over into C#. So we're going to take this game here. We've already got this functionality you see on the screen working in C#, but jumping is sort of working, not quite right, and we're not updating the number of coins we've picked up. So that's where we are. There are some previous streams on the Twitch channel and that you can watch. Just go and look at our past events and past streams, which will catch you up if you need to be caught up. We did just roll those as reruns just before this. So there you go.
And before we get started, I just want to make it very clear. You're seeing behind the scenes here. It's going to be very slow. We're going to be going back and forth. We're trying to find all the mistakes and difficult things, and as Ben calls them, gotchas, so that when the course comes, you don't have to do those. So this isn't how to do it. This is how we do it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is us working it out for you. This is the pain behind the scenes. There'll be a load of thoughts behind the thoughts in this, but of course this is not a structured way to learn. The structured way to learn is to go and get our Udemy courses, and we've got tons of courses on Udemy. There they are. They're all our Udemy courses. They're also on our Twitch page. So we will get on with it. I want to tell you a couple of other things about this. If you have Amazon Prime, then link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. And then you can subscribe for free. You have to resubscribe each month. You can become one of our subscribers. That gives you preference in the chat. We give preference to people in the chat who have the staff subscriber. It allows you to get rid of those really annoying adverts. We've turned off adverts for our subscribers. And it gives you warm, fuzzy feelings that you're supporting us. The other way you can support us is with these bits things. You'll see me clicking in the chat down here. We can't cheer or use bits in our own channel, but if you see that thing next to the emoticon, you can cheer, etc., and give us a few cents at a time when you think we do something awesome. Also, if you have a question, please accompany your question with a challenge. So, for example, if you ask me a question, please say, answer the question, but do it with something on your head, or do it upside down, or do it not naked, please, but something like that. And we can answer the question and have a challenge on top of the question. Yann, you're not allowed to set challenges.
By anybody before you said that out loud?
No, and I'm about to say I'm not allowing you to set challenges because that could be a complete.
Oh yeah, no. Of the two of us, I'm clearly the bigger problem when it comes to behavior. No, totally.
Yes, you're definitely the bigger behavioral problem amongst.
I'm just sitting here playing with my puppets. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Scavio123. The good news is the main reason we're Twitch streaming is because we're going to get back into the RPG starting within the next week. So you'll start to see a Twitch stream series coming up on the RPG with me going in and diving deep into that, and then the Udemy course will follow. The current Udemy course, of course, is here. It's in the chat. And you guys are all awesome. Just to check the delay, I'm going to look at my watch. I'm going to get you to type something in the chat. So get ready to type in the chat. Don't hit return yet, but the word is going to be camel. Type camel, but don't hit return, and hit return, camel, return now, go. And I'm just going to see at 5 seconds past exactly when the first camel comes up in the chat. Really helps us understand what the delay is. And also kind of checks that we're live unless, there you go. So the delay is less than 10 seconds. Awesome. Hello, Simon Parker. Hello, OTVR, etc. So we are Twitch partners. It's really exciting. We can actually earn money from this, which makes it sustainable. But we're also, our highest priority is our Udemy courses. So our focus right now is to get in and get this project converted. So, Yann, how far have we got in the previous previously on converting
to C#? All right, so we were figuring
had a signal
out
issue,
the problem
right?
With yes, signals.
Okay.
Now, off camera, I figured out what our problem was, and you can see we are now calling signals. Now, the only signal we have being called is from the coin to the player. We have not yet got one from the player to the HUD. That's the next, or the GUI. But we can see that on-coin pickup is in chat, so that's clearly working.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to get Visual Studio Code open, which is here. That's our preferred IDE for Godot because it supports both Godot extensions and good C# work. And I'm going to have the player GDScript, which is there, and the player CS script, which is here. All right, Yann, so you're saying, where have we got to? You need, we've got on-coin pickup called. That's good. The coin count is increasing itself. We're emitting a
We're just not showing that.
Of name coin up. So is this a question of connecting the...
Yes, we need to connect this to the coins. Now, When I did it in the engine. I didn't do it with the script. I did it with one coin and then duplicated it. So you could either remove all the coins and do what I did, or we could set up something in the coins where on the ready function, they're going to set up a signal from the player script to the coins.
Yeah, okay. So if we were to work on the coin subscene, what are the options there? Can we just connect the signal here?
Yes, we can.
Okay, well, why don't we do that as a starting point?
Yeah, sounds good. Now, I haven't looked up how to create signals in C#. I know how to do it in GDScript, but it's not the same.
Well, we've done that here.
You're getting weird stuff in Zoom. I'm not seeing anything in this portion of your screen. It's like updating much later.
All right, well, there's nothing. You're not missing much there, so you'll
not so much this as connect, right? We know how to emit a signal and how to declare a signal. How do we create a connection?
Well, once we have that, we've already got this signal available, right? So if I go look at, let's go look at the player scene for a moment, subscene. Should we not then be able to see the signals on here?
I mean, I don't know. I can't see this part of the screen at all. I don't know what's happening.
That's a pain for you. I'll try and make it a bit smaller. I wonder what's going on with Zoom there that you can't see.
It's whatever is in this region of the screen is updating about a minute later. I could try dropping out of Zoom.
Yeah, probably not.
No. But it just means I can't see what's happening.
We'll try that.
That's much worse.
Okay.
Why don't you not show you?
Try recycling the screen share again. Let's try that.
Let's do that.
There's Yann Big. Yann and I have the same haircut at the moment.
I did it first, but I
don't need to see my whole screen. How's that? What are you seeing now?
That so far looks better. Try to change something in the inspector.
So I've switched to the import tab now.
Nope. That's really annoying. I wonder if it's my web connection.
It could be a web connection. It could be...
Anyway, it just means it might take me a little longer. Okay, so...
It could be my upstream. I'm just going to smash a few cameras, Nest cams. I'm just going to ask my wife to do that. In case it's my upstream. Okay, cool.
Okay, so there's two different things happening, right? There's emitting a signal and there's creating a connection.
Yeah.
Now, yes, we can create it through the engine, but when we change the script from player GD, the GDScript to C#,
we're going to lose all the connections. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to let go of the GD version of this now and say that we're making a conversion to C# and that it doesn't.
Okay, so one thing you could do is you could delete all instances of the coins in the engine and then generate a new coin, just inherit a new coin, instance, that's the word I'm looking for, and then just duplicate the poop out of it. So you instance the coin, you connect that instance, and then whenever you duplicate it and just put a whole bunch of them across the level like I did, that would work.
Why can't we work on the coin subscene?
We absolutely can.
Okay, why don't we, if you're having trouble seeing my screen and I've made no changes, why don't we switch this round for a minute? Why don't I quit? I've made no version control changes at all to this at the moment, or nothing that we care about. By the way, guys, little tip for you. If you're here with some uncommitted changes and you want to get rid of everything you're not tracking, you can just say git stash -u, which includes untracked changes. That'll put us back to a clean checkout there. Now what we can do is we can have Yann share his screen. He can pick up the project, do the bits he needs to do.
No, I can't get mono working on this computer.
Can't you connect the signals, etc., then repush? Do what you were suggesting on the coins and send it back to me.
I see what you mean. Maybe. Let me take a look.
If we can do that. So we can juggle and switch and collaborate. You're seeing live collaboration here now. So we're using Visual Studio Code. Some people asked about that. It's a nice, open, extensible IDE. It's available on Mac and PC. And for Godot development, I have two things installed. Forget the Python one, but I have this particular C# extension
no, this isn't going to work
installed.
For me.
It's not going to work for you?
I don't have mine on yet. Well, it might do. As long as I don't try and run it, it should work fine. Okay.
See how you get on. I'm going to share these extensions with people if I can find the sharing button.
So I'm going to delete all instances of the coin.
And there's Godot tools installed as well. So Yann, let's get your screen shared and then let's see what...
I'm sharing it. Do you see it?
I do now. 1 second. Let's get you maximized.
Okay. So I'll undo what I just did. Okay, so I've got all instances of coins in this node 2D. I could have put it as a node, but I put it as a node 2D. And it's just a container, right? It's just there for bookkeeping.
Keeking.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got a funny zoom thing, by the way, as well. I've got a hatched area of the screen that's sitting in here. Zoom's normally excellent. What we do after this stream is both update our version of
that's
Zoom.
where you are. That's the camera. Is it over here now?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, that's where I am. Okay.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to get rid of that camera bit. And
Zoom magic.
Don't need it.
Okay, so let's see it. So subscenes, by the way, in Godot, guys, are a bit like prefabs in Unity, but altogether more powerful because they are infinitely nestable. So, and they're not prefabs at all, but they have this sort of nesting and reusability element to them. So,
right. Be careful. Not you, Ben, but be careful when you try and compare Unity and Godot or Unreal and Godot directly. There are similarities, but they work in very different ways. So it's beguiling to think, oh, it's a nested scene. Kind of. Okay, so
I'm going to get the chat up on another computer over here just to make sure that chatters get a chance to actually.
I have deleted 37 nodes. We have one left. I'm now going to create connect camera CS, which should work. Oh, except I don't have the script here. This isn't going to work.
Okay.
But I can show you what I'm doing, and then you can do it.
Yeah, no worries. And then we'll sort our zoom out as well.
Yeah. So you see here in the coins, I'm just going to delete all instances except one.
Yeah, do you want to do that? Aren't you losing the positional information about those coins?
Yes, that's my whole point. I'm going to have to remake them all.
No, but why can't you just update the subscene that they're based upon? What?
I can.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we should need.
No, wait. I'm not doing this here. I'm doing it in the HUD. Okay, that's fine. Player, camera. I'll do this in GDScript, I guess.
So this is GDScript, a Python-like language for those who are uninitiated.
Let's see. Oh, I've got them right here. Okay.
Hey, Irresistible Jelly, good to see you here.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark, nice to see you. I can make Mark a moderator if that's possible to do that on here.
String signal, string method, object.
Oh, I could gift a subscription. Can I do that? No, I'd have to.
How do I know there's a way of doing this. I know there's a way that I can remote connect, which is what I'm trying to do now, right? Object target is...
Yeah, so what I'm saying is why can't we just set up the signals in the subscenes and not do anything in code? So it's working in GDScript without any code changes.
To be honest, we don't need to be setting up a signal at all.
Okay.
Because the camera is a child of player. We could just send that instruction down.
We could. We're going to need to use signals in other cases, aren't we?
Yes, but I'm slowing down the whole thing here, is what I'm saying. What we
can, and we can push that change back to the GDScript. That's fine. I mean, that's one of the reasons we're doing this.
To be honest.
Yeah, well, let's do that. Let's make.
What
you make that change in
get node, or in fact, I wouldn't. I'd just do camera. But get node, the name of the child node, and then dot, and then the name of the function I'm creating. That's all.
Okay, so if you make the change in GDScript, then I'll come over and.
Well, I can't because I don't have access to the player script, and that's where I'd have to do it.
No,
I can do it in the player GD, and you can see what I'm doing.
That's what I mean. Yeah, make the change in the GDScript. And then I'll make the change over in C# in a bit.
Okay, so instead of emitting the signal.
So guys, as an example, this is a reason why we're doing the GDScript, then converting to C# before we even start the GDScript, or before we get too far into the GDScript, because we want to push any... basically, my idea is to code review the GDScript, but I'm doing more than that by actually getting involved and converting it to C#. It's a much deeper, stronger code review, so...
Sorry, I just got to get the name of these functions. So on CoinUp is going to be this function right here. Okay.
So Old Grumpy Gamer is saying, would you recommend a Python course to get better in GDScript? I reckon that we're going to teach you enough of the programming basics that you will gain both GDScript and Python knowledge from this course. But yes, we will be creating a Python offering in the future, but no, you don't need it to take this course.
That should do it.
So what Yann's doing here is he's trying to get the player to signal down to ultimately to the UI, right, to say that there has been a coin pickup. Yeah,
because the UI is actually being controlled by the camera script. There isn't a scripting GUI, right? There technically should be, but in our particular case, it makes it easier. There's a few other ways we could do this. We could do this with groups, which if I had many different things going on, I would. But if I show you my player GD, I could just show you what I'm doing, and honestly, we could just copy that across, right?
That's fine. We're still going to have to solve the signaling issue in C#, I think, for other entities.
We are, but to be honest, it would make more sense to figure out how to create connections in C# than it would be to do it in GDScript and then undo it and do it in C#. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So let's do life up, which is this one. Boop.
Yeah, Old Grumpy Gamer, Python is an awesome language. And one of the reasons we're doing Godot is because it's a bridge over to Python. So this is the beginning of our exploration of Python. It's such a clean, simple language with some pitfalls, but we'll guide you around those.
I want to comment those out because I think I won't need those.
You can see from what's on Yann's screen how similar to Python this is if you know Python. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. And B, how clean and simple it is.
Would it help you? It might. I'll be honest. I'd never touched Python before I looked at GDScript. It is very easy to pick up, which is one of the reasons I fell in love with it. It just, if it clicks, it just clicks. Camera. Oh, I just realized you probably don't want me using the $sign because it's not obvious. And it might not work in C#. I don't know if that works in C#. But it's basically get node this business, right?
Hey, Fossey Guten, good question. Nice to see you. Will the Python course be game dev related? Yes. And there is Pygame. That's one of the things that is a game-related Python library. Of course, Python and games don't go together so well at the bottom level, but at the top level for scripting behaviors, it can be a great choice. You dislike Python with a passion. Well, it's fine. Everybody's allowed to dislike things.
Yeah.
Thanks for being a subscriber, by the way, Bindi. I really appreciate it. It's great to see subscribers on here. Irresistible Jelly Mark, you should now be a mod, by the way.
Oh, well done. Source Tree is taking its sweet, sweet time. It's probably Zoom.
The right button. Very new to Twitch, so... Now, the benefits, guys, of subscribing are you're going to get preference in the chat. If the chat gets overloaded, we're going to give preference to subscribers. And you get rid of those annoying adverts. And furthermore, you can do it for free if you connect your Amazon account to your Twitch account. Your Amazon.
Why am I typing to Mark? Yes, no, I agree. Use the $sign, use the $sign. But I'm putting one as get node so Ben can see what it is, so it makes sense to him. Source Tree. Source Tree has sorted its life out. Fantastic. We don't need the Heistmeister, which is going so well. Sorry. I'm a bit excited about Heistmeister. I need to push those.
You have a green sword, Mark. Awesome. So that means that you are a mod and you have the power, as you say. Hey, Pockets Nerd. Pockets CS Nerd. Cool name. Thank you for being a subscriber using your Twitch Prime, I presume. As part of the Python course, is there a chance of showing how to hook Python scripting to other engines like Unreal or Unity? Funny you should ask. I've been working on hooking machine learning information into a running Unity instance using Google protocol buffers. So yes, there will.
Pushing to C#.
But not at first, because you don't need it to actually do the machine learning stuff when we get to it. But
I've got an error.
Google protocol buffers. What do you got?
The remote has stuff that I didn't pull.
You need to be up to date. Okay.
Wait, I thought I had. No, I pushed.
Okay, so what's the issue again?
I didn't fetch first. Let me double check.
So Yann, there you go.
I'm not an expert on Git. It seems to be fine.
Just do me a favor and click Show Remote Branches here, just so that we can see what the state of the remote is. And then we'll see if there's a discrepancy between local and remote. There is. So that means the changes you just made were based on... Not much you can do about that. We're going to have to...
Well, there are very few changes, and frankly...
Yeah, you can stash...
I made them in GDScript anyway, so you're not going to be using them.
Okay, so the problem here... So, guys, this is a common issue with source control. If you don't start in the right place, it's going to notice. So the changes Yann just made were built on this found physics and other processes. You didn't have a clean checkout here. Therefore, there's no simple... Well, there is a simple way to fix this. We can reset the commit down to here, reset the branch down to here, stash, and then apply that stash on the end of here if you want. Or you can just manually make the change if there's hardly anything to it.
I mean, in this case, there's hardly anything to it. I'm going to stop sharing and move it over to you. I'm going to keep my Godot open in the background to answer questions.
Okay, so you know what you need to help me do, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So let's do that. So you've just rehearsed the changes. You were not going to use those changes.
Well, they're in GDScript anyway, so you would have to redo them.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So I'll reopen Godot and we'll go from there.
Oh, I'm going to put the fan on. Be right back.
Yeah, it's pretty warm here in the UK. It's been 30 degrees in the day. What's quite nice is it's been relatively cool in the evenings, which we like.
I don't have a rhyme.
Trying to get to 10 subscribers tonight. For Twitch has always got a next goal for us, and we're 8 out of 10 subscribers at the moment. So if
You've
two
been
more of you
so gamified.
can subscribe, then we will be winning the game of Twitch, which we want to do so that we can continue to Twitch stream forever and ever. I found something about connecting to signals from C# in February if you haven't seen it. Thank you very much, Bindi. Yeah, we're just trying to look at the fundamentals of it really at the moment. If you want to share that in the chat, go ahead. We have found pretty good documentation on Godot's website about C# signals. If I just find
I tell you what, have you seen the new stuff they just made today about the changes to animation?
No.
In 3.1? Oh, they are changing everything. They're putting in all the animation blends and the whole thing. It looks, I mean, I'm going to have to play with this thing a lot.
That'll be awesome. So
let's put that over there
here.
And zoom into it.
No, I did find good documentation on this recently. There was an issue, and then at the end of the issue, they talked about the documentation having been updated. There you go. Boom. It's been a bit of there you go. This is what we want. So I can give you that in the chat. This is C# signals in Godot. Somebody's having a bad 3G connection in an Airbnb. Whereabouts in the world are you, Pakistan, in an Airbnb? I'll be interested to hear. All right, Yann. So I've slightly lost the will to live. Let's pre-commit what we're doing here. So you fix the signal connection.
Right. So we just weren't emitting the signal was the problem.
Okay.
Now we need to push that from the player down to the GUI. Now, rather than using a signal, a much easier way is just to push it down.
Okay, if that's going to make your life easier, I'm happy to do that. And if you're happy to propagate that back to GDScript.
Yeah, it's just more sensible. I was so enthralled with signals, I didn't realize it's child node. I don't need a signal.
Yeah, and we've got some errors here in the debugger. Let's see what they are. Error calling method.
You're not sharing, by the way.
Body entered. Oh, yep, I'm not sharing with you. Anyway, I'll share with you just because that's the polite thing to do. Plus, it means they can see both of our mugshots on the screen up at the top right, like that. All right, you see okay this time?
Yes, so far so good. I mean, I don't know until you change anything in the inspector.
Artfile says, thanks for Rick and I for taking the Unity courses. They're really helpful. Glad you like it. And awesome, another subscriber. Thank you for being a subscriber. We're 9 out of 10 new subscribers today. So great news. Thank you. Okay, so let's...
Okay, what's this error method?
We've got a kinematic body calling.
Oh, yes, that's the problem we're having. So what's happening is the player is trying to call a signal that doesn't exist because it's not connected.
Yeah.
So what I would do is go into the player script, and we're going to remove those signals completely. We're not going to use them.
Yeah, I would be more of a mind to do that after we finish getting them working, because we're going to need to...
Then comment them out.
We're going to need to, well, we're going to need to get them working for other entities. What's the first other thing where we can't avoid signals?
Well, the only reason we need to do it this way is because we have so many coins. Normally, I mean, there's no way that you would switch script when you have like 39 coins on screen.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the coins are working. We're going to have to fix this when we redo the coin script is what we're going to have to do.
Yeah, but again, you're talking about the instance coins, but I still don't understand why we can't just...
No, I'm saying we're going to have... If you go open the coin GDScript...
Yeah, I'll go do that.
No, it's not fixed, by the way. Okay,
There's
so
some
right
questions
now
in the chat there are a few more questions in the chat than we can field at the moment. So perhaps some of you other guys can try and field the courses best the questions.
Yeah,
best
we're going to focus
can.
on this bit, and we'll come to the questions closer to the end.
Yeah, and I'm focusing mainly on the subscriber questions where possible, because it's just going to get too busy for us, unfortunately.
Yeah. So for now,
at least follow us, guys. I'm going to put it on as long as you're following us. Then I'm going to see the follow chat, so that'll help reduce it down. So follow us on Twitch.
Yeah, this whole area is messed up. It's just what it is. If you open CoinGD.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to have to later translate that into C#, but that's not a problem that we need to do directly.
Yeah, so the biggest problem right now is that it's not updating the GUI when we pick up a coin,
which we can fix.
And I'm happy for that to do it through signals for now, because I want to eat the frog. I want to head towards the signals in C# problem.
Okay, so in that case, we need to look at the C# documentation of how to connect.
Yeah, which we've got here. And, whoop, I'm in the wrong window. Boom. So we can connect signals to callbacks like this. Instance.connect my signal name to this instance, and then the callback name.
Okay. So instead of connect, it's instance.connect. Otherwise, it's identical.
Yeah. So you're wanting to wire these in code, right?
Yes.
I mean, we don't even have a coin. We don't even
Right. You forget coin for the moment. We're in player. We want to connect the player to the GUI.
Okay.
So that's going to have to be in ready, because we want it to happen the moment we start, whatever the ready function is here.
Yeah. So let's find out what the ready function is. It's probably just ready, but let's just have a look. It's probably public override void underscore ready.
Yeah, I don't see most of your screen. I just take it for granted that you're doing it. And some curly brackets, because you've got to have curly brackets.
On ready. Curly braces. We love curly braces.
Brackets.
No, I'm not sure what the C# on ready is. Let's have a look. So Google, lots and lots of Google. API differences. What is it in Godot? In GDScript? Because it's often exactly the same. Is it
underscore ready brackets, all lowercase?
Yeah, well look, it tells us here. There you go.
Oh, yeah, done.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
Okay, so we need to do these connects, and we need to connect all three signals to the same place.
So what I'm doing is just verifying this is cool. Also got some errors here. Full does not exist in the current context. What is the problem? I've got an incomplete ready there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just play, make sure that gets called, make sure my code's ready to compile, and kind of just get off the ground. Sometimes it takes time to get into the coding. How do you like GDScript? If you're asking me, I like GDScript quite a lot because I like Python quite a lot. C#
And if you're asking me, I love it.
Yeah, C# ready. Awesome. So we are good to go. We got the ready method, and
Great.
now we want to try.
Instance.connect. And we're going to have to do all three signals to the camera with the callback.
Yeah, it's not, hold on. This is not, I'm not comfortable connecting this in code when we're doing it in the editor in GDScript.
Okay, then connect it in the editor, because we're just connected to the GUI. So
yeah, I'm happy to leave the GDScript connections behind and move into C# now.
I mean, honestly, this shouldn't be a signal.
Yes, the coding Spartan, we can mix and match we can mix and match GDScript and C#. We know that because this game is currently a mix of those two right now in this halfway across state.
Yeah, and when you're doing this out in the real world, there are moments where you
10 out of 10 subscribers. Thank you for 10 new subscribers tonight. We really appreciate it.
Yep. In a real world, if there's something like I need lots and lots of AI running on lots and lots of units, C#, right? But everything that doesn't need that, GDScript, much quicker.
Yeah. Okay, so we want the on-coin pickup
No,
signal.
you're in the wrong place. We are connecting this to this. Go back to level 1. We need to create 3 connections from player to GUI. That's what's missing.
Okay,
the coins
so
are working fine.
You want me to be in the player subscene, right?
No, you can do this in level 1. You don't need to be in the player. I can't see anything on this half of your screen, so I'm just going to narrate.
That is a problem, isn't it? Why don't we Why don't we? What can we do? We could.
I could leave and come back, and you could pull me into the room.
We could take an ad. People can take a pee break and actually move their body. What we're going to do is I'm going to run an ad for 1 minute, annoying as that is. In fact, your subscribers won't see it, so you'll just see me taking a stretch break. The rest of you'll see an ad for 1 minute, and in that time, we're going to update Zoom, see if we can fix this stuff. Okay, we're going to do that now.
I'll drop out of Zoom and reconnect, see if that helps.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to update
bring
Zoom.
me back in from the break room. Don't forget me this time.
Yeah, I won't even bother with the breakout room, Yann, and let's both update Zoom, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so we can't, for you subscribers, you get to continue to see behind the scenes. One of the things I do when I take a break is a little bit of oh, you're not going to hear me if I go over there, but a little bit of a stretch, keep my T4, thoracic 4 moving like this. Oh, crunch. Oh, that was my neck. The lighting's a bit funny in here. The other thing you can see behind the screens is my Lumix Tether app. So I'm using a Lumix GX5 camera on a cam link, which allows me to use it like a kind of super advanced webcam, and my white balance. I think my white balance looks pretty mean right now, so I can come in here and I can come in there. Oh, that's a little tiny bit too warm, I would say. What do we think? That's all right. It is late at night. It does look something like this. I can refocus the camera with this little button I've got here. That goes to the camera and focuses it, and that's cool. So that's that. Now what I'm going to do is just update my Zoom if it needs it. Update now. Cool. That's encouraging. The fact that I had problems and Zoom needs updating, so we'll do that. Meanwhile, I'm going to have a little look at the Twitch chat. Hello, guys, on the Twitch chat. What have we got? So I'm going to... I'm probably going to remove the subscriber-only chat room, actually, for after this, and focus just on the main chat room because there's too much going on, really. I'll make a moderator room. That would be helpful, though, for the moderators, which is only Irresistible Jelly. If anybody else wants to moderate, let me know. We will soon set you up on there. Now, I'm going to look for... Can I filter this for subscriber chats? No. By the way, guys, I do warn you, at some point, we are going to make this whole channel subscriber-only chat. The whole proposition we've got with Twitch here is that anybody can watch our videos. Anybody can even replay the videos. We've just enabled that a minute ago. That wasn't enabled before. But we're going to make it such that to interact with us and talk to us, you need to be a subscribers. Yeah, very few streamers, use more than the standard room. That's great to know. Yeah, we want to keep it nice and simple. Are you two set up in such a fashion that Yann is the C# expert and Ben is the GDScript? Other way round. I'm more the C# expert and Yann is more the GDScript expert. Old Grumpy Gamer, we have another subscriptor. That's a new word. All right, so how's this doing? This is our Zoom install. I love Zoom, really cool system, apart from when it's not working like that. Then it's not such a cool system. So what we do here then is we start in my Zoom meeting room here, and quite quickly we're going to dive out into a breakout room. Hey Yann, how are you doing?
I can't hear you.
Yes, you can.
Now I can.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen and see if in the main room we end up with a problem or not.
Okay. So far, so good. The chat looks
Did you update Zoom, by the way? Was there an update for you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, there was an update for me as well. So are you seeing me change to, say, the import tab in the inspector now?
No.
Same problem?
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
Breakout room in progress. I don't want a breakout room.
No, we don't need the breakout room. Let me just do one other thing. I'm just checking my screen res. Right, try this. Has that made any difference? Can you see me switch to scene view now?
Oh.
Now?
Oh, yes.
How about node now?
Yes, that's much better.
Awesome. So that was weird. My with all the fancy stuff I've got going on the Mac here, it was sending it was set to some strange resolution, which was confusing.
Okay, now
what is that control project software? Source tree. You can see it highlighted at the bottom of my screen.
Okay, Ben.
Han's trying to keep me focused on getting this thing done.
Well, I need to record these videos and I want to make sure this is done. So, we can do this with signals. It's the wrong solution, but we can. If you want to do your frog eating, here's a frog. Then all you need to do is click on player, click on node, and then click, let's say, coin up, and then connect it to camera.
Yep, on player coin up.
Yep.
So we make the function. It's not going to be there now.
It's already there. If it's there, it won't remake it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so we
again with now, life up and life down.
Okay, so we're connecting the player's signals.
That's where the error was coming from. The player script was trying to emit a signal, and it was nowhere for it to go.
What else?
Life up and life down. Yeah, I don't know if you've created life down yet.
I don't think so. We just need camera for the moment, don't we? But where's this going to? Life up, life down, the camera as well?
Yeah, they're all going to camera. Camera controls the GUI.
Thank you.
And you don't have life down, so check your player script, make sure that's defined properly. Jimmy Welsh mods on too many channels. Well, if you do want to mod more, no. By the way, I'm playing with these puppets. I do actually need them for my other job, I promise. I'm not just a child. Oh, this battery just died.
I'm sure you do. So this is how we declare the existence of signals in C#. By the way, of course, guys, you know us, those who take our courses. This is different, right? This is a behind the scenes adding extra value. You know that we're going to define everything properly, challenge you every 5 minutes, etc. inside our courses. I just want to remind you of that. This is
there is no pedagogy in this. This is us just trying to make it work.
That's that word I can never say, isn't it?
I thought I'd say it for you. Why is it not there?
Because we have to play in order for it to make its mind
Oh, that's
up.
interesting.
We should throw a Python course together overnight. Don't worry. We would love Bindi to do a Python course. I need to start delivering on the promises of our RPG Kickstarter first. Once we've done that, then we will start on a Python Kickstarter.
Overnight. There was a fun thing earlier where someone in the team meeting said, "Oh, we should do a really quick sound design course." And we're like, "What's a really quick sound design course?" Like, press the button, it's done.
Okay, Yann, we have the signals.
Press play, and it should work
in place. Ah, you're so optimistic. Hey, woohoo! Justifiably optimistic. Look at that. So we have what we're looking at, that the optimism is coming in the form of the update of this GUI up here somewhere.
Check life down, life up.
Okay, hang on, I need to stop annotating. Start moving.
Also, I can't hear your game sound. That's probably fine.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't hear my game sound.
Life down is not working.
Life down is not working. We may not have written the required glue code for that. Oh,
that's fine.
Let me share my screen. When I share my screen, do you want to hear my computer sound? You may as well. Is that going to cause any problems?
Well, I'm lagging pretty badly just watching your mouth move.
Are you? Well, you don't really need the sounds for this. We're not doing a soundy game. Let's not share it just in case it creates conflict. Because I'm concerned they'll be hearing my voice from 2 different places. It's rather complicated, all these different sound outputs. Give me my Godot now. Yann and Night Vision to Hoppy Day. Oh, yeah. You know that Yann's game you're making at the moment, what's it called?
Heistmeisters, which is a name I'm stealing from the board game course, which is another game I made in that course, which is also one of my favorite games I made.
What's the board game course 3-letter code, Yann?
BGD, I think. I don't know. I was not officially part of GameDev. I mean, I'm only slightly officially part of it now, so I didn't have access to all those.
I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, we've got a board game course. You know where all our courses are. They're all listed on our Twitch channel.
No more Hoppy Days screenshots. There's a stream. It's right here. Look.
This is a stream about Hoppy Days. There'll be streams about other games. It's all going to get much more exciting as time moves forward.
Take a screenshot and you'll have a screenshot.
Yeah, and life up, life down. In your opinion, why is that not working?
Go to player.
Hang on. I'm going to get rid of this log. I've got an on-coin pickup log.
Yeah, we don't need that. And we're getting 20 errors. Well, what's the debug error?
Checking. Debugger. Node not found. So
yes. That's the problem. So, you see, the node that it's calling, let me get my annotate, is not level space 1. It's level 1, no space.
String references. We need to work out a way of getting rid of string references in Godot. I think it's going to be a question of using strong typing, basically.
I don't think you can.
Grips on things. I think we probably can, but we'll see.
I don't think you can. Okay, so we need, it's actually done in 3 places.
Look at this. The chat's full of subscribers. That's awesome.
This one, and this one.
Yep. This is why we don't like string references, guys.
I like them fine. Don't listen to him.
No, you don't.
That's fine. And 14 should be fine. Okay, so try that.
This isn't going to be what's causing the lack of life.
No, it's just going to stop all those debug errors. Okay, so go to player.cs. Are we actually
not getting rid of all the debug errors? So we've still got this kinematic body having a signal issue. Do you know what that is? Take damage method not found. So
that's exactly what we're trying to fix. So let's go to player.cs.
There we go.
Someone asked earlier, is Ben the expert on GDScript and Yann the expert on C#? No.
Strong refs are better TwitchDog than stream refs. Absolutely. So what are we looking for here?
I'm all about the super strings. All right, where is your life down? Where's your take damage being called?
Well, I don't think we are yet. I don't think we've got that.
That's why.
Far. So
this is make the signal that's not doing anything yet.
Yeah. So I just don't think we've got that far. So take damage. Here we go. So you've got a GDScript take damage method that takes in a lot of stuff.
That's built in.
Yeah, that's an engine message. So let's look at that then. I'm going to delete all this stuff down here. And I'm going to go for it's probably going to be well, see how much it'll help us. Take damage, no. Public, override, void, take.
No, take damage is what I called it.
Oh, you called it
That's
take
not
damage.
built in, yeah.
So why is it taking in so many parameters?
I didn't create the signal, I just named it something that I could keep track of.
So you're saying that the signal
this is called from like 5 or 6 different things, right? So
where did you define that it has these 4 parameters, or didn't you?
I didn't. When I connected the signal, which is on body enter in area 2D, so anything that's in area 2D, where you enter it, where you would take damage, it will connect to the signal, and I gave them all the same function, rather than on spike command area enter, on spike area enter, on cloud area enter. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, I think so. But what you're telling me is the Godot Engine editor will not write this for us in the case of C#. It will in GDScript.
It didn't write it. It instanced it, if you see what I mean. So when you connect the signal, if it's a pre-built signal, it will put these things in for you.
But it won't do that for C#, you're saying?
If you connect it through the engine, it will. If you write it in script in whatever language, it won't.
So why don't we connect it through the engine so it writes the signature for us?
Because everything that can give us damage, we would have to connect manually.
Right.
It's the same problem. But this is not the issue we're trying to fix right now. Right now, the issue we're trying to fix is sending damage information from the player to the GUI. That's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
So this bit, emit signal life down. What happens when that happens? So let's take a look at where life down is defined and ready.
I don't think that we are...
Do we have a life down yet?
I think we do. What's the flow of information with the take damage? Where does that start happening? It's happening from the physics engine. It's trying to call a signal on the player called take damage. So that's where we need to start.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I've got a visitor. Hey, it's Kat.
Yeah, sure. We can try a Norwegian... we can try, especially as you're a subscriber. Thank you for being a subscriber. I'll mod you as well. Mark Irresistible Jelly, as you're the kind of first mod and our most trusted of everybody, then if you have any problem with other moderators, just tell me and we'll sack them. But I'm sure they'll be amazing, and that'll never happen because everybody's just amazing, and I'm very grateful. More Twitch subscribers. Awesome. Thank you for that. That's cool. So don't we simply in C# Yann, need to be intercepting this signal? So don't we just need a method with the right signature so that that signal... incoming signal.
We have a signal called life down. So we need okay.
So
we need to find something with area 2D in it. Like anything that would give damage, like the spikes.
Yeah.
We need to create that function in your CS script because you've not put it into the CS script yet, right?
Yep.
Or
right.
Just copy or translate my GDScript into CS script. And well, we're still going to have to connect it.
Body ID, body shape. I suspect these things are going to be the
same. Those are just arguments, right? I mean,
yeah, and I suspect these arguments are going to be the same.
Yeah, they should be.
Just with the C# syntax. So why don't we try this? It's going to need to be public to be called from the outside, presumably. It probably isn't going to need to be an override because it's not in the superclass. So let's just try a public
I'll put some music on.
Take damage. It may need to be an underscore. Probably not. And then let's try these arguments, but... Well, let's, for a start, try it without anything in the argument. See if we get an error that says that the argument in the parameter list doesn't matter. Okay, so we're just going to gd.print C# take damage. So we're just going to see if that method gets called. And it either get called, which is great, in which case we can work out the parameters are in here, or it won't get called, in which case we should get an error saying it doesn't
Now,
match.
have we got the same name there?
Well, not exactly the same name.
Okay, we need the same name because the things that we are calling that name.
Yeah, but I think it translates the coding standards, doesn't it? Isn't that what we've seen before?
In function names?
Well, I think so. We can try it both ways. Look, let's try this.
Okay.
I mean, obviously in C#, we're not going to want it to be underscore take.
Right,
underscore.
but then we're going to have to go through all the other ones and change it that way.
Yeah, but again, only in the nodes, right? Because they...
Let's change the reports so we know which one's being called.
Okay, all right, let's try that.
Right, I've got music on.
So somebody's asking us about case sensitivity. Just close that. See what we're getting. Nothing.
You didn't take any damage yet.
That is true.
Mm. But well played.
GDScript is case sensitive, yes. So I'm trying to take damage there on those spikes.
What's the report say? Nothing.
Nothing. And then we're going to get an error.
None of these signals are connected.
Yep.
So, Bindi, no, not Bindi. Who was it who said it? Someone said something about, here we go. Vivas rather. No, signals are not actually more annoying in C#. The problem we've got is if you change a script on a node, it breaks all the signals to that node. Ordinarily, you'd never do what we're doing. I've created a whole bunch of things that all have signals, and they're all broken. So now we have to reestablish them one by one.
Yeah, so we're not getting... Now, this could be, the take damage method not found could simply be because the signature doesn't match. So that's the next hypothesis I've got. So if we take the parameters from here...
Well, then it wouldn't say arguments. Expected 4 arguments called 0.
Well...
Because what it's saying here is the method isn't found, which tells me it's not connected.
Okay, well, let's check the connection, and then let's check the parameters, because it may just be a bogus error.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it was connected, where would we see that? We'd see that in the player?
No, we'd see it in the thing that's sending the signal.
Oh, yeah, what is sending the signal in these cases? Let's take the first one. On-coin pickup, and the rest of these are...
Wait, on-coin pickup? No, it's all take damage. So click on the spikes, and we'll take a look at their nodes.
Their signals, you mean?
Yeah. That is connected. And it's connected to player take damage, so that should be working.
Yeah, apart from we don't have these parameters. So I think we need to get...
Arguments would do it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to use the word parameters and ditch arguments in general.
Okay, I mean, that's not what they're called in the engine, but...
Yeah, no, we got formal parameters and actual parameters, and if we just use that, that's easier. Otherwise, everybody gets confused about the difference between arguments and parameters.
Well, I'm more going from when you get an error message, it'll say arguments.
Yeah, well, if you see arguments, then that's fine. So it's not...
Do me a favor and try them as they were first?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Okay, look, what we need to do is we just need to... Is it your definition of take damage, yeah?
Take damage is just my name for it. It's just on body area, on body entered area.
Okay, so do you know exactly what that's called?
Yeah, go into the node, and it'll show you.
Body shape entered. So let's look for
Honestly, you could just connect that, and it should create the function for you. Why don't you do that?
We can try it, see if it's going to be helpful. So just disconnect and reconnect.
Disconnect and reconnect.
Comme ça. Oh, method in node on Spike's top.
Right, because we had so many different things causing damage, I just called it on damage. But if you want to call it on Spike's body shaped entered, go for it.
Well, we can rename this. Let's just let it make the function for us and do some work for us. I bet it doesn't create it, though.
Should do.
I don't think it's working. See, C# is quite new to this. I'm not seeing it.
It might not have updated in here yet.
I think that's unlikely. We can look at it elsewhere. It's normally pretty good at taking this straight off the disk, but how do I get the script editor up on here?
Normally you just double click on it.
Yeah, it's because I've got an external editor. I'll just reopen Visual Studio Code. Hoppy days are ours. It's not there, Yann.
No, not.
Yeah, and I didn't really expect it to be. Maybe it won't do it with an external editor. Do you think that's the issue?
I doubt it, but maybe.
So if I go for external editor none and try and open a player CS, it opens here, fine. So that's looking at it inside the Godot's editor.
So we have to disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah. So if I go Spike's top, I have disconnected. If I go there and connect to player, make the function.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to do it because I don't think we're there.
You don't think it works in C#?
I don't think we're there with a C# yet. So this is the value we add, guys.
So we're going to have to do it manually.
Oh, no, it's there. It's done it.
Int body ID object body. That's
yeah, so of course with the parameters to put the types. But the interesting thing is it's using a Python-like standard on these variable names, which I don't particularly like, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Ah, nice. All right, so let's just check that this is working. gd.print spikes impact. Ouchies. Let me just ask my wife for a drink. 2 seconds. Really? Oh, actually, I think I've got one. There you go. She was quick. Look at that. Failed to build the project solution. What's the problem is that it's not brilliant at adding this code. You see where it put the code? It put it out.
Object ambiguous reference. What?
Well, it's all right. No, it put the code outside of the class. That's the problem.
Oh.
Isn't very clever. Now, if this is calling this as a private method, then it must be using the reflection system or something else clever in order to do that. But anyway, it should at least run now. We should have solved a bunch of problems. Okay, object is an ambiguous reference on player 9161. Object body.
Object isn't a C# type, is it?
Well, it's ambiguous. Going to be ambiguous between Godot.object and just
object. So give it lowercase o.
No, I think we can just do that.
Okay.
Right, so let's have a look at the debugger.
Spikes.
There you go. Spikes impacts ouchies. Awesome. Okay. So we're still getting some issues, but that's good. We're going to stop. We're going to do a commit. We're going to celebrate. Let's do some celebrating.
You've got the right music for us. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not allowed to play music on this stream. That sucks, doesn't it?
I'm not playing it to the stream. Headphones.
Yeah, but in general. Okay, look, I figure we ought to catch up with the chat. I'm going to commit. Have a little look at the chat, Yann. Preference for subscribers because, well, how else are we going to do it? And pull up some questions, Yann, while I commit this puppy.
Okay, I don't see any questions.
Loads of questions. No
questions.
Or maybe they're just statements.
There's no types. I mean, no, that's not actually the questions. That was Twitch Talk helping. I see no questions apart from. Is Ben the expert in GDScript and Yann C#?
No problem. No. They can talk amongst themselves if they want. That's absolutely fine. Failed to build project. The parameter body is a duplicate. I'm just checking a couple of things here, Yann, so I'll make sure I understand it. I'm firstly working out if these are positional arguments or whether the names matter. I suspect they're just positional arguments, in which case the names won't matter, and this will continue to work even without. Good. So firstly, I am at liberty now to change these names here to stuff that is C# consistent, okay? So I'm going to call this body ID like that. I'm going to call this, leave that as body. I'm going to make this body shape. So it's just a simple conversion to C# style naming conventions. And that will still work because they're positional arguments. You know, which argument you expect is dependent on its position.
Not in a method signature.
What's that?
Something someone, Twitch Dog just wrote.
Yeah, and now I'm also going to rename this method, and then we can just reconnect it right over in the editor. So we can't call it on spikes top body shape entered.
No, take damage, on damage taken.
Yeah, now what did you call it in the GDScript?
Take damage.
So the lesson here is when we try and work out what the signature of these things is, it basically is exactly the same as it is in GDScript. The names don't matter, but the thing we have to add in C# being a strictly typed language, is we have to work out what the types of all these things are. Now that's not obvious from the GDScript, because in the GDScript here, it's not obvious what the types of these things are at all, really. So, because it uses type inference. So take damage. Now that take damage won't work because if we go back into the...
Because we have to reconnect the signal.
Level here.
Give it the name that you've just used. Just copy and paste it would be the easiest thing. It will not create the thing. It'll just connect it. Tegek. Tame damage.
Just like that. Does it want the brackets? Do you remember?
No. Well, if you hadn't clicked that, it would have been easier to check. But
that's okay. It's working.
Yeah, cool. All right,
we still have one debugger error. We ought to do that before we commit.
Because we've got a signal that's not going anywhere. That's why.
And that's from what? The coin pickup. Should we just do that while we're at it?
Sure. What's coin pickup trying to do? Oh, it's not connected.
And it should be connected to...
You really want to connect all of them this way?
Well, what I want to do is commit what we've got because we've got this working. So let's do that now. Why don't you use a controller presenter to manage the signals given how often they need to be used by different objects? It seems that you're passing the commands directly between the entity you are. Simply because that's too... Thank you for the suggestion, Pakistan. That's too heavy a concept for beginners at this stage. What we do is we develop the pain of a given issue like this, and then we come in with those patterns when we really need it. Hasn't caused Yann an issue yet, hasn't caused us an issue yet. The point is, even for experienced developers, is not to take out your clever patterns and tools on simple projects. The moment it becomes actually problematic, we'll consider higher level patterns like that. We just don't need it at this moment.
And a question here from Keith, what's the dollar for? Okay, so the dollar is a shortcut in GDScript. I think it might be in C# as well. It's just a alias for get_node. So instead of writing get_node bracket quotation, you just do dollar and the name of the child node, and they'll get it. Someone did say we can play music if it's safe and allowed on Twitch.
What we ought to do is find some safe.
Not allowed by Twitch.
What's that?
I guarantee the music I listen to is not allowed on Twitch.
Yeah, the music you listen to isn't, but there will be a bunch of safe music, and we will find some. That's a cool idea. By the way, guys, in the chat, few things for the chat. Try out my Stream Deck. Firstly, I'm sure you're all on the forum, but if you aren't, that's not the place to put it. Hang on. Got take damage working in C# is basically what we did there. Let's push that to the web. Tell you a few things you can do to support us and to support yourself in your learning. One of them is to join our wonderful community forum. There you go. Please join there. If you're not, you can use social login. Your details are obviously safe. Well, there aren't really any details. Just use social login. Discord live chat server. We're going to be doing an AMA on Friday evening, basically in about 48 hours time over there. So that's that. The other thing you can do is take a look at all our courses. And you can follow me on Kickstarter. And then when I do something else really exciting, then you can see us there. That's it, really. I think that is about that. What else?
I drew you a dog.
You drew me a dog. Okay, cool. Let's keep going, Yann. I want to get this puppy finished. Puppy, get it? See, I did like a puppy thing. Hey,
yeah,
we're
picking up puppet somewhere.
Picking up subscribers left, right, and center, which is awesome. Thank you very much, people.
Which one of these is supposed to be the dog, do you think? What do you guys think, guys? The white one or the brown one? One of these is a bear, one's a dog, and I can't tell the difference.
Oh, for future parts of the course, could you have an asset overview in the resources so that we can make our own assets? Probably. You might have to explain exactly what you mean in that, or come on the AMA on Friday, which you can see our event list on Twitch. But I think that you're going to be the best time to think about swapping out our assets is to watch us import an asset and then inspect that asset and work out how to switch it up.
Yeah, I mean, what I'll try and do is especially the beginning of the course, at least up into Cube Dude, we'll be using assets from Kenny. And I'll just take out the ones we're not using, and you can just very quickly see which ones we are using and switch out the ones you like. But I like that idea.
Okay.
Oh, no, you're playing music too.
Well, I may, but I don't know how. I take a pill in Ibiza. I took a pill in Ibiza. I don't know. We're going to trust these people that this is okay. So I'm going to save it to my library, check it out, and then we will do it at some point because they're quite keen on that. And really, thank you very much for the suggestions, Dambo. All right, Yann, let's get the next signal fixed. So what is this? This is a on-coin pickup. So we need to change the coin signals here, right?
Yeah. Now, this is still GDScript, right? Coin.
Yeah.
Did we not do this already?
I don't think. No, the only C# I've created. We have not created.
I mean, in GDScript. Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
That on coin pickup must be wrong. Maybe these brackets. Oh, wait. Is that the name you... why am I using black? Is that the name you gave it in the C#? Do you have a method called on coin pickup?
Now, there's a good question. Don't think so.
It's this band.
I do not think we do.
No, I do. Play SES?
I'm sure. I don't think we've got anything to do with coin.
That's where you're getting an error. On coin pickup.
Yeah, there you go. So
is that not written the same way? It might need the brackets. I forget.
What do you mean it might need the brackets?
So in the script, coin GD, we're actually setting up a connect. It's clearly not coming through.
There's no parameters to come through, right?
No.
So it's not connected, though, is it, on the coin?
That's because we have 39 coins and we didn't want to do it one by one. We can do it one by one.
No, but can't we, as I say, can't we do it
in the script? There is a script in there doing it. It's just not working. So let's take a look at that.
Well, the coin count's going up. We're not playing a sound effects. We'll have to work out how to play the sound effects. We'll leave that.
So
emit signal name of coin up.
Oh,
this is cool.
Wasn't this working before?
I think it was, yeah. So the coin count's increasing.
Did we commit after connecting the GUI? Is the coin going up in the GUI?
I think it will be, yeah.
Yeah.
But the error we're getting is a few now, actually.
Well, it's because you picked up 3 coins. Error coin method from signal method not found. It's right there.
Yeah, but this is
brackets.
No, but it's going to be this. It's going to be where it tries to emit a signal name of coin up. It's the outbound signal.
Is it? Yeah.
If I do that now, pick up a single coin and go out.
Well, it was a good theory. So bring back that emit because we need it. It's saying on coin pickup isn't found. Do me a favor. In the coin.gd,
yeah,
let's put brackets at the end of that string. On coin pickup brackets. No.
Again,
that was the wrong place.
Where? Oh, here?
Yeah. I wonder if it needs the brackets to call the method. I don't think it does, but...
I hate all this string referencing. We're going to have to dig in and work out, even if we have to extend the engine ultimately to fix this. So coin pickups are not triggering the GUI now.
So that clearly doesn't work.
No, and that has broken. No. Let's just check that the GUI's updating. See how much work goes into these courses behind the scenes, guys? It's a joke. Because we make sure we fully understand everything before we...
What kills me is it's clearly working. So why is it getting an error?
It's probably because kinematic body 2D wants some arguments when it does this body.
Say it wants the arguments.
Yeah, but it didn't say that before, did it?
That's right. It does in GDScript, but not in there. Okay, so...
You see, previously when
arguments. They're the same arguments. It's an area 2D.
Okay. We love delving into...
Wait. That doesn't make sense.
Why not? No, that's not working.
Because we're not calling it from CoinGD with arguments, so that doesn't make any sense at all.
We can ignore the error for now. It's not actually stopping anything working. Let's focus on the next piece of functionality. Okay. There's not actually a problem that we're trying to solve apart from we've got a couple of errors which we need to tidy up at the end. So we've got the coin numbers going up, and then the question is, do we have our lives going down?
Damage does not work.
Yeah, now we should be getting a different error about the lives. Let's have a look at that. We are, and we're getting that here, body shape entered and body entered. With lightning, we're also getting it with the...
That's because we created the signal and we connected the spikes, but nothing else.
Okay, right? So let's connect the next thing in the inspector. And then I think we're
going to have to connect lightning manually because lightning is instanced into the thing.
Lightning is instanced in. Okay, so we're going to need to go up to the subscene for lightning. Is that what you want me, me to do?
It's not in...
It's just instanced in once. Is it into the level 1?
It loads up lightning every time you walk under the cloud. There's a ray cast, and when you collide with it, it'll drop lightning on your head.
Okie dokie. So where do I find the lightning?
Under NPCs.
Ah, that's confusing. We should probably have that under.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's sort of. It's inconsistent with the other sub-scenes, but lightning TSCN. There we have it. Collision shape 2D signals, is that it? No.
You're going to have to do it in script because they won't be in there. So hurt is the thing.
Yeah, but we're going to have to do a connect in script, you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now there is a connect in script, but it's not coming through.
Yeah, so that will be the first connect that we need to do. And I think given that it's late, we should do that. We should schedule another stream and do that on another stream. What do you think?
Sure.
So let's do that. Let's decide a time. It may be a time of day that's no good for people, but we'll rerun the stream at a sensible time of day. So, Yann, I'm happy to... Yeah, actually, I can delete that. So I can do this tomorrow morning with you.
What time?
We can just... Well, when do you want? Because then we can tell people...
Well, I have to teach in the afternoon. That's what I'm checking.
Well, like 10 a.m.?
I could do for an hour at 10.
Perfect. That should be enough. Or 9:30?
9:30 is better.
Okay, cool. 9:30 to 11 tomorrow, UK time, and we'll put that on the events page. Hoppy Days conversion number 5. And we'll be there, and we'll focus on how to connect C# signals in code this time, rather than in the inspector, which will be the first time.
And a bunch of people are losing their mind talking about dragons in the chat. I'm not sure what they're talking about, Ben.
Yeah, remember the Discord. If people are saying the Discord, that's the Discord there. That is a weird toucan, so why don't we just come out of here? I think that from a version control point of view, Yann, there's nothing new here. So I don't think there's any value being created in that last little bit.
No,
so we'll just get stash -u. The other thing I want to do for people is just share this repository with them. So I'm going to do that now in the chat. We'll make the chat a little bit bigger for a second, make us a little bit bigger, and then just finish off by kind of face-to-face saying goodbye to everybody. Give me just a moment to find them this URL, which is Hoppy Days, and then they're interested probably in how we're doing with the C# conversion. So where we are is here, and I could give them that, or they could...
Are you kidding me? I can't type in the chat.
So,
where's the stupid font?
By the end of this stream, we're here. So we do all this hard work for you so that when we create the courses, we can tell you in a very clear step-by-step method how it all works and why. It's particularly valuable when we get to these undocumented engines that are, well, not that Godot is completely undocumented, but it's not as well documented as it could be. And this is where we really add the value. So that's what we're trying to do for you.
And it should be pointed out as well, this happens, I mean, not this specific thing, but in every course, in fact, every project, there's going to be that one stumbling block that takes like 4 or 5 hours to get past, and then everything else just flies. Heistmeisters is like that. It took me ridiculous amount of time to get cameras working, and then I added 5 features the next day. So
hey, Yann, give them a quick preview of Heistmeisters in the last couple of minutes. That would be awesome. And if you like Heistmeisters, maybe you could be the second person in this chat to cheer using bits. Bits are the thing in the chat down the bottom right here. down kind of
my music.
bottom right of the chat. If you like what you see in Heistmeisters, then be the second person. A cheer to take person number 2. Gargoyd already gave us 18 bits, which is awesome. 18 cents, we're rich. And have some fun with that.
I'm also going to... No, we appreciate that.
I'm going to install a poll extension as well, so we can start asking questions during these streams. I'll do that.
So the last thing that just got added is suspicion meter and a game over screen.
Let me just make this full screen. So talk them through, Yann, for a sec. I'll install a poll extension.
Okay. Just so you know, on this computer, Zoom kills my CPU, so the frame rate's going to drop like crazy. It runs at 90 frames per second on my machine, but not when you're looking at it. I can't do it when you're looking. Okay, so we are this person, and currently there are no objectives in. I'm just going to practice walking around. And every time I cross a beam of light, the suspicion meter is going to go up. If it gets to full, we will lose the game. And these doors here, these silver ones, are locked. The 4-digit pin is randomly generated right here on this computer. So let's take a look. Oops. It's all very dark. I'm right here, but luckily I can go to night vision. Night vision, night vision. We know how to do it. You notice in night vision, by the way, I can't see the cones, the viewing arcs. And if I walk into them, they go red and the suspicion meter goes up. I don't want to do that. So let's try and sneak over to the computer. Dup, dup, da, da, dup, dup, ba, ba.
Do-do-do, do-do-do. Hey, are we breaking music copyright by...
No, because we're not claiming we wrote it. We're not playing someone else's performance. 0381. Oh, by the way, I'm really proud of this bit. You use the computer. Let's look at the computer light. Get out of my room.
And you've got all... the frame rate does suck, but look, key codes. Look at that. That's what I was going to say. How cool is key codes?
Yeah, this is all done, by the way, with theme. Every time I create a button, it'll just look like this.
Nice.
I can sneak down here. La la la. Can't see me because there's a desk in the way. I added a little light on the player, by the way, so you could see him in the dark because it was getting ridiculous.
Hey guys, I think you can now create a poll yourself for 100 bits on the channel. I was trying to work out what other channel things we can add, but if you see the weird little thing at the bottom of the stream now, that allows you to create your own poll. So cool.
So yeah, Heistmeisters.
He must be short not to be seen over the desk.
Oh, he's ducking.
Yeah, okay. Do that again, Yann. I love that ducking face. Oh, that's so Muppeticious. That's amazing.
You little weasel.
Yeah, looking great, Yann. So look, guys, I'm going to make an event on our Twitch events page. You can get to the Twitch events, obviously, at just put a /events on where you are. There it is. And thank you very much, all of you, for your subscriptions. Really appreciating it. We give preference on the chat. You don't have any adverts and you get warm fuzzies. And we're going to create other subscriber-only benefits in the future. Yep. Awesome. So we will see you for the next one. And we'll re-roll what we're doing tomorrow morning at a sensible time of day for most of you, like in the evening, something like that. So, all right, cool.
Ben, I'll see you about 9:30.
Yep, no worries. See you in the morning, Yann. And we'll have some fun.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye.
Okay, Twitch people, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you very much for being here with me tonight. Really appreciate it. It was great to be off the ground on Twitch. We're going to get better at Twitch streaming. Anything worth doing. Actually, you can't even see me. That's not very clever. Let me see if there's a way that you can see me. How do you get to see me? I reckon one way of you seeing me would be this. There you go. And I don't know what that's doing for audio. Is that audio going to be... Oh, no, we don't want any of that. Anyway, I'm just going to forget it for tonight because I'm getting tired. Anything worth doing is worth doing badly at first, is what I was going to say, even though there's no video. So we're doing our best, but it's going to get much, much better as we kind of, hey, you did the second cheer. Thank you, whoever did the second cheer. And whatever we do is going to get better with time. It's quite overwhelming, all the different things to think about when we're Twitch streaming the first time round. So it's all good fun. It's all cool. And I will see you guys in the next one. So keep an eye on our events page. We'll keep stuff scheduled. Keep subscribing, keep following, keep sharing, keep being awesome. And yeah, take care. See you guys.